call it Bio Island. Sure, Puerto Rico's known for the sun and the sand, but its life sciences industry is hot, hot, hot. The governor of Puerto Rico will tell us about the business side of the island. No better day to be getting this. Thank you, Steve. Also coming up this morning, Bio Island. That's what some are calling Puerto Rico these days. The governor of the island will tell us why life sciences dominates sun and sand. Coming up on Squawk, Puerto Rico is more than just beaches, rum, and sun. It's also life sciences, biotech, and manufacturing. Puerto Rico's governor will tell us why his home, he thinks, should be called the Bio Island. That's up next on Squawk Box. Well, Puerto Rico may be a hot destination for tourists with its nice sandy beaches, but that's not all this island has to offer. In fact, this island is commonly referred to as Bio Island by its residents. Here now to talk about that and explain what they mean, we've got Puerto Rico's governor with us today, Anibal Acevedo Vila. Good morning, Governor, and thank you for being here today. And explain to us, what's this mean, Bio Island? Why should we think of that when we think of Puerto Rico?
Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity. Not too many people know that Puerto Rico is a manufacturing powerhouse of pharmaceutical products, and we have been like that for the last 20, 30 years, actually. Close to two-thirds of the most sold drugs in America are produced in Puerto Rico. Well, fewer people know that also we're becoming a biotech powerhouse. 5 years ago, Puerto Rico had only one biotech plant, Orthobiologics. Now we have Ortho, Amgen, Eli Lilly, Becton & Dickinson, Abbott, and more are coming. Actually, today, 25% of the biologics output in the world are produced in Puerto Rico.
That is an amazing...
And that has happened only in the last 4 or 5 years.
What happened over 4 years that suddenly made all of these companies say, wait, we have to be in Puerto Rico?
Well, we were successful in terms of manufacturing pharmaceutical products. We're moving to a knowledge-based economy. We have the engineers, we have the PhDs in Puerto Rico, produced by the University of Puerto Rico and other universities in the mainland. So we're telling the companies, we're moving to a knowledge-based economy. We're also very much interested in R&D. And if you have been successful in manufacturing pharmaceutical products, we're ready for biotech, biologics, and they're coming. And
do you have tax breaks as well?
Of course, we have tax incentive, both under federal law and under Puerto Rico law, which are very, very attractive. That's the main reason.
How attractive? I mean, under federal law for one thing, but under Puerto Rico law.
Under Puerto Rico law, it could go down, depending on what type of product, it could go down to 2%. And in that sense, we're competing with Singapore and with Ireland, and we're very successful in that sense.
Have you been stealing business from Singapore and Ireland? From Ireland?
No, I will say not stealing. Basically, whenever any of those companies are making a decision where to invest in terms of their new biotech plan or where to develop their new biologic products, we're competing with them, and sometimes we get the business. Sometimes it goes to Ireland, sometimes it goes to Singapore. But the big advantage in terms for the company is that you can do it in Puerto Rico, and since we are a Commonwealth of the United States, you are outside of Puerto Rico for tax purposes, outside of the United States for tax purposes, but you are within the United States.
Right.
For other, in terms of FDA, patent laws, and all that. So it's like you can offshore with us. You know, you can offshore with Puerto Rico, and at the same time be part of the United States.
What about wages for your PhDs, for your highly educated people that you're talking about, your workforce there? Are wages similar to what they might make if they were in California, if they were in Texas?
Well, you compare with California, probably are a little bit lower, but they're very good wages for the people of Puerto Rico. And then for those PhDs, engineers, it's a huge opportunity of getting good jobs in Puerto Rico instead of having to go to the mainland. For example, not too many people know that the University of Puerto Rico Engineering School graduates, in terms of numbers, is number 9 in the nation, graduating engineers. It's number 2, you're going to be interested in that, graduating women engineers in the nation. And of course, it's number 1, graduating Hispanic engineers. And many of those engineers every year are hired by NASA to come up here and work for NASA. Now what we're telling the companies, not only in terms of biotech, but also we're pushing for aerospace, is, look, we can produce them. If you bring your production, your manufacturing production to Puerto Rico, you're going to have the PhDs and the people you need for that. And on top of a good infrastructure, access to the U.S. market, and the tax incentives.
Good golf courses, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, that's also very important.
But speaking of...
and we're building more.
Good, keep it up. When you measure tourism. You probably can measure it to almost to the penny. When we have a slowdown in the U.S., how quickly do you see it before the slowdown here, concurrent with the slowdown here, or gas prices in the U.S.?
It all affects. Definitely, it all affects. Our economy is very tied to the U.S. economy, especially the eastern coast.
What are you seeing now?
But in terms of tourism, and this is maybe, it was part of your introduction, tourism only accounts for 7% of our GDP. Manufacturing is 42%
People don't know that.
of our GDP. We're also, and I have a plan in terms of increasing our share in terms of tourism. When I came to office 3 years ago, there was not even one 5-star hotel in Puerto Rico. Now we have like 3 on the way, St. Regis, W, and some others that probably are investing in Puerto Rico. But, you know, we're very, very, very connected in terms of the U.S. economy. But manufacturing is our most important sector.
No kidding. You want to increase manufacturing more, or you want to increase tourism more, or both?
Both. Both. We're ready for both. And service and export service.
You want to increase everything?
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
You know, economic development is the most important issue for me. And Puerto Rico is really ready for more. We're open for business. We have a business-friendly government, as you can see. And in that sense, I think that what we have accomplished in the pharmaceutical sectors, what we're accomplishing in terms of biotech right now, is a good example of what else we can accomplish in other areas.
Right. Governor Acevedo Vila, thank you very much for coming by today. You're in New York for the Puerto Rican Day
Puerto
Parade.
Rican Parade next Sunday, yeah?
All right. Well, thank you very much for stopping by.
You're welcome to Bio Island whenever you want to visit.
All right.
Thank you. We'll
Not
keep
only
that
the
in
golf
mind.
courses.
But I can go on the golf course?
You can go on the golf courses, and then I'll take you to some of the biotech